That's too low.
We're getting right into this.
There it is.
It's on the sweet spot.
There he is. I know he's ready. He's ready.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Turn me up a little bit, Doc.
Yeah, he's
Ryan,
quiet.
hold on. Go ahead, Ryan. Hit him.
Yo.
Hello, everybody.
He
Wow.
hit us with the hello. All the practice paid off.
It did. You actually did really well.
Practice makes perfect.
I looked over and you were very intently watching the thing go. And I was
yeah,
like,
I'm
he's
like,
got
I'm
it.
going
Seen
for
the
it
spike
this
He's
week.
got it.
I'm going for it.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing today?
Great.
Cyborg?
Well.
Cyborg?
I'm doing fantastic.
Megan?
It's been a great week so far.
Nobody cares. Ryan?
Great.
All right. I'll let it roll a little bit. No, I'm kidding. Oh, my gosh. I love you guys. This is so fun.
This is fun.
Every
is
week
great.
we go and have some fun, and we talk about weird nerd stuff that outwards in the other culture would be otherwise frowned upon.
It's just our group chat.
Yeah,
in
it's pretty much
audio
it.
form.
Yeah. 100%.
Did you see that link?
Yeah. Check this out.
Look at this stupid meme.
Don't click it till Monday.
My favorite when the GIF wars happen, and it's just GIF after GIF
Yep.
after GIF.
Yep.
That's my favorite. I will go on Facebook at times and go, GIF battle. And just post one, and then off it goes.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah, those are always fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, let's talk about Ford Supply Company.
Woo!
This episode of Alter Ego is sponsored by Ford Supply Company, makers of all natural and organic soaps for men, with new scents like...
Oh, there's coffee and cream, citrus cedarwood sage, and coconut.
I love it.
Oh,
I love it.
coconut.
That
Visit their
coffee and
website at
cream?
FordSupply.com to order online and use promo code Alter Ego to get 10% off your order. Does that count for the new soaps? I don't know.
It does.
Okay, perfect. That brings us to our second sponsor for today, Tony and Nello's. Tony and Nello's Southern Italian Cuisine and Grill is a hidden gem that's family-owned and operated on the outskirts of St. Petersburg at 1136 Pinellas Bay Way, South Giovanni, Florida. This is a must-try for a homemade Italian lunch or dinner. Just remember to bring your appetite because the portions are very generous. Call for reservation today at 727-867-3577 and check out TonyandNellos.com.
Speaking of Nello, that guy has to be super happy that his Eagles are the top of their division.
With
1-2-1.
win.
Ugh.
Yikes.
Really, bro?
There's
Fly
not a
high,
lot of
guys.
sports ball talk on here, but I'll welcome it.
I'll say Carson Wentz looked like hot garbage the other night.
Wowzers.
Sorry,
Hey,
Nello.
he's a big fan of the show. You could diss Nello all
Dude.
you want as a sponsor, but don't diss Carson Wentz.
Wentz, I'm sorry. You look like hot garbage the other night.
Wow. At least you said you look hot, buddy. I know you're married and you have kids, but whatever. That's
You
a compliment.
looked like hot garbage the other night.
Okay.
Gotta
That's
put all
enough
your faith
sports
in
for
Russell
me.
Wilson.
Yeah, yeah.
We just lost half of our listeners.
Cyborg's like, moving on. I
I
guarantee
love
you.
the baseball.
I guarantee you if our GIF or our picture, our image for the episode was a football player or something like that, they'd be like, well, skipping this.
Oh, 127 unsubscribes
Yeah,
this week.
Yeah, look at that. Our numbers are down.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Speaking of, social media, I saw something that kind of made me laugh. I know we were talking about social media, but I'm going into it anyway.
Smooth transition. I like
Yeah,
it.
right. Golly. I'm a professional.
Speaking of the internet.
YouTube had to apologize for a controversial tweet that they put out this week,
Oh,
dogging their own content creators.
what? What is this?
Yeah. YouTube tweeted a picture saying, no one, absolutely, those stupid freaking
Yeah.
memes. No one, absolutely no one, creators after talking for 15 minutes. All right, let's jump straight into the video. Oh.
Which
YouTube, you make them do stuff to get monetized, and they have to talk to their sponsors just like everybody else. And we have other stuff that we want to talk about before we get into our episode, and you're going to sit there and dog them when this is kind of your deal?
Which is funny because the way their algorithm is set up is you have to go more than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So you're making fun of them for going more than 20 minutes,
For your algorithm.
but your algorithm fits that.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
And then here's their apology, their wet fart of an apology.
Oh, boy.
We hear you. You're right, and we apologize. Our now deleted tweet was intended in good faith, but we missed the mark and did not reflect the spirit of the creator community that we love. YouTube social team.
Fuck that. Give me some of that Google money.
Get out of
Yeah.
here.
The term "we hear you" has become the most sarcastic statement that an apology can start off with. We hear you.
No.
Because usually that follows with a but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I hear you, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
like
So, good job, YouTube.
Yeah. How has nobody toppled YouTube yet?
I know.
Like, nobody's even come close.
You know, because they've started doing the TV and the streaming and the YouTube. They've adapted well.
There's like
which is
Vimeo
one
and
thing.
Dailymotion and
Yeah.
stuff, but nobody comes. I
Near
thought about that a
YouTube.
couple years ago. I'm
YouTube's
like,
so easy.
yeah, it is.
Anyway, on to some news that 3/4 of this room might like.
You're
Some
looking at me.
Wrestling news.
Oh, yay.
The WWE.
fourth one?
You.
yeah, well, I mean, it kind of depends on what
She
it is.
acts like she's so offended. She knows it's her.
I wasn't sure. I don't know.
I thought it was
WWE
me. I haven't watched
says
wrestling
that NXT is getting involved in their seasonal draft.
Oh, I heard some rumors of brewing about
Drafting
that.
superstars to NXT. And on the first page, what's that guy's name?
Oh, that's Adam Cole.
I
baby.
love Adam Cole, baby. I love that guy.
Baby.
He is so good. He just did a spot with Pat McAfee. I love that
It
guy.
was good.
Good for Adam Cole.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you do.
You gonna find out.
We're going to keep going with more WWE news. Woo! They're bringing back Halloween Havoc, baby! I used to be so excited
I am
for that.
so excited.
Like Sting and Halloween Havoc to me just
That was-
went hand in hand.
I hope they have the big inflatable pumpkin entranceway. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I need.
Yeah.
And that's what I want in my life.
Uh-huh.
So let's do it.
And this is obviously way past it, and the episode was out Friday, but I'm looking at the 5-day countdown to the finale for the boys.
Oh, my God.
This has been an emotional roller coaster this season.
I am.
I'm not going to get too much into it because we talked about it right before we walked in here that we didn't spoileroo, and we didn't want to talk too much about it, but good God.
I was going to say, this has been a jam-packed season, and if you go back and listen to our boys episode where we talked about what we thought would happen in season 2, none of it happened. pretty
None of
much.
it.
We didn't get Tech Night.
Yep.
We didn't get any of the, well, I don't even want to spoil it just in case anybody was avoiding that episode, but a lot of the stuff we speculated that we might see based on the comics, none of that happened.
None of it. Not an inch of it. And you know what? I couldn't be any happier.
I know. That means they can stretch this out as long as it's good. And I like it.
Yep. Yep.
Right, Ryan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Boys. It's a great TV show. You guys should all watch it.
And a trailer dropped last week, for Free Guy. Doesn't that look so good?
So good.
It's a very unique concept. I think Guy is obviously Ryan Reynolds' character, and he's a video game character that, we're not pulling any punches, he kind of becomes self-aware.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like a mixture of living in the GTA,
Yeah.
Fortnite universe, Overwatch, kind of all an amalgam of all those things.
It definitely looks like a GTA world that he lives
Yeah.
in because of all the stuff that's going on. But anyway, it looks amazing.
Yeah, it does.
Eternals. Marvel's Legends package reveals a better look at the villain Crow and teases a bigger threat coming.
I saw that. I am not familiar with that character.
Crow?
But it
Crow?
looks-
Me neither.
Awesome.
But if you're telling me bigger threat,
Kang the Conqueror.
well, I don't think it's Kang.
You don't think it's Kang?
I think it's Galactus.
Ooh.
I think we might get a look at the Fantastic Four sooner than we think.
Wow. Okay, so if we can get Galactus as like a looming threat for like
Yeah.
2-3 years before we see
Oh my
anything,
God.
that would be amazing.
Like everybody's in oh shit prep mode before Galactic shows up, and then we got the big fight with sword and shield.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
that would
that.
be another intergalactic reason for all of the superheroes to be there. Know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Know what I'm saying? And some sad news.
Uh-oh.
You know, just have a moment of silence for the Batman that got pushed back to 2022.
Ryan, not one word.
Hey. That's just the universe telling you that you don't need another Batman movie.
He
Stop
he
it.
gets a word because today's his PickTober day.
Damn it.
So he does get a word. He gets quite a few words.
Son of a. Well, you know what? If they're pushing it
Yeah.
to make sure it's complete and make sure it's the best movie possible, I'm in.
But I want it January
Another
1st
whole
of
year?
2022.
Yeah,
but if-
thank you. Yeah.
If it's
Come
coming,
on.
it's supposed to come out in October 21. So, right?
That seems like forever away, too.
It
Yeah.
does. But if it's coming out in 22, I want it January 1st in theaters.
I need to hear from
2022.
because Rob knows the answer to the question, but he's not in here. What is the big movie push? What is it
Matrix.
this summer? When are all the big blockbuster movies coming out?
Nothing. Nothing. Everything's been pushed back. The
Everything to
next
year,
big movie coming out is Wonder Woman 84, and they just keep pushing that because
pushing it.
Tenet did not do well.
Didn't do what they wanted it to do.
Because everybody's afraid to go to the movies.
For the scenario, it did okay.
Well, that's the thing. Like, they realized, okay, let's put this big movie out. Let's see how it does. Let's see if it saves cinema, air quotes. It didn't. People do not want to go to the movies right now.
Right.
Certain countries can't go to the movies. Australia's in a really
Probably
strict
certain
lockdown.
states too. I mean, even
Yeah.
here in the US.
So is Italy.
Yeah, I was going to say most of Europe is about to get locked down completely, where you can't go more than 5 miles away from your house. That's how Australia is right now. So
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Is that helping? I mean,
I guess I'm sure
I mean, let's think
whatever
about
is
it.
going
Let's
on.
think your daily commute, for those of you who don't work at home, you're typically 5 miles from your house anyway.
Yeah.
So what is that really restricting other than like long distance travel?
Well, like I know somebody in Australia who lives 10 miles away from their parents.
Ooh.
So they can't see their
no.
parents. It's going on 3 weeks.
Wish I could see my dad.
That's
Stop it.
Don't stare at me while you do that. That makes me so uncomfortable.
Guys, his dad is super dead.
100%. He's way dead. I couldn't see
Don't
him
make
if I
the
wanted
listeners
to.
uncomfortable.
Oh my!
They're not uncomfortable. They know me. They know
Jack
Ryan.
seems fine with it.
It's okay. He's not going to be mad at me. Let's talk about
Big fan of the show.
big fan of the show, Dad.
Stop it.
He tells me don't say that, and then he hits me with that gem of a joke. I'm going to give that's where is that? There it is. That was a good one. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Mark,
boy.
for that.
Oh boy.
You're both going to hell.
You know, we've had some pretty chunky news up until this episode. Mm-hmm. So we're over with news a little bit quick.
I thought there was another
there's
trailer
more.
I
There's
watched.
more.
Was there another
Below
trailer?
the T-shirt giveaway that's going on through the end of this episode. Below the T-shirt
Is
giveaway
there?
on the page. Yeah.
Let me
'Cause
go
you
back.
posted
Let me go back and
about
look.
Deadpool. Rumor says Marvel wants to make Ryan Reynolds the highest paid MCU star ever.
That's right.
I believe
I
it.
did miss that. Maybe I didn't scroll down.
Yeah, you didn't.
Low enough.
No, there's no.
Spawn.
How is he going to make more than
there's
Robert Downey
another one.
Jr.?
There's another one. Yeah.
There's
oh
there's
my
at
gosh.
least a few good ones.
I
All
did
the way
miss
down-
quite a few.
All the
I'm
way
sorry.
down to Doctor Strange.
I'm
is the
sorry.
newest.
Well,
I'm a terrible
guys,
person.
In big trailer news, I hear we're getting a new trailer for Morbius.
Okay.
Give it to me. Give it to me. I want it.
I'm curious about this one.
Speaking of big movies, thank you so much for telling me, because the T-shirt giveaway is posted twice, and I forgot that.
Yeah, he didn't scroll
I didn't
past
go
the
down
second
below it.
post.
It was twice, and
one
you
that I'm
still
excited
missed it.
Yeah. Benedict Cumberbatch reveals that Doctor Strange 2 production is coming in a few weeks.
We'll see that movie in 2024 at this rate.
2042.
Yeah. All the Marvel shows got pushed back. I don't know if we talked about that last week.
We're gonna run out of TV to watch.
There's
here
some
soon.
there's some Witcher news that
Yeah.
it's reportedly going to focus on some mages and a spinoff. It's not going to be about the Witchers. It's going to be about the other class.
Which I
that's
think is
kind
kind
of
of
in
cool.
there. Are you
That
guys
gives
big
a little
Witcher
chunk-
fans
yeah,
in the
I like
room?
The Witcher.
No.
So I
I've
have
never
not.
played it.
I tried to play it. I heard.
Oh, I mean
from
the
some
Netflix
friends.
show. Sorry.
Love the show.
Love the show.
I heard from some
Big
friends
fan of the show.
that I should really play this game. This game changed this dude's life. He loved it. It was his favorite game of all time. And I was like, oh shit! And I saw it on the Xbox store for $20 for like
Ooh.
the gold edition. I
Can't
was like,
beat that.
got it. So I download it and I'm playing it. I'm like, I hate the controls. I hated it.
Something like that you can't get past.
I can't. I couldn't focus him. It wasn't seamless, the combat for me, and it was hard to overcome. So
People love that game.
But that's
And
one of
I-
the things that people always ding it for as well, is the controls are no good.
yeah,
Wow.
I it lost me. I was so enveloped in the story going up to it. I was like, all right, let's get into it. And my first fight happened, and I was like, no.
There's been 2 of them or 3 of them so far.
3.
Yeah, Witcher 3.
3 is
wild.
the one that really got big.
Yeah, that was game of the year.
Yeah.
Some people freaking love it, and it's a gorgeous game,
And if
and
it
it
looks
looks
like it.
massive.
It is massive. That's the reason I stopped playing it. I bought it for my brother for Christmas one year, and he stopped playing it. I was like, bro, why didn't you finish playing it? Like, this guy plays Final Fantasy and literally sits in the first section and levels all the way up to 99.
Yeah.
Like, he plays games like this. He's like, it's too long. I was like, oh, shit.
If it's too long
you?
for him.
I ain't touching it.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to go there.
Yeah.
So,
I think I should give the TV show another try. I watched episode 1 and went,
It was good.
That episode. So to your point,
lot up front.
we've had some conversations about this. Megan and I have a couple times how that show is slow burn,
I
And
don't
then
mind a
there's
slow
a
burn.
tipping point.
But no, I'm agreeing with you. It's kind of, it's slow burn because there's a lot of stories coming together.
Yeah.
So your episode 1 is mainly follows The Witcher, and then episode 2 it kind of shifts gears, and so the first couple episodes it does kind of build. So at first I was really kind of confused because there's time jump and stuff too, and you don't really catch all that.
You don't
until
really get
later
all
on.
the time implications until
Till later
you're done.
on. Yeah, until way later. So it's a little confusing, but it's very good when it all starts to come together. It's kind of like, wow, that's a good show.
Yeah.
and it's
I liked
it's
the
very
character
beautiful,
introductions.
too.
Like I liked all the characters as they were introduced to us. There was just something about it that didn't hook me. So I don't know if I need to push through.
I would give it a-
episode
Yeah.
one.
give
There
it a
was a
shot.
particular episode where I said, "Oh shit, okay, I'm
I think
in."
it was 3 or 4. Because
yeah,
I remember we
yeah,
were.
it was the
we
one
were
where
a
he's
few in.
hunting some little girl or something like
Yeah,
that.
I
That's
think
the
that
one that
was,
really
like, the
took off
third
for me.
episode.
It was good. But moving on from The Witcher, this is probably the big news that I'm really surprised I didn't even think of to bring up. Huh?
Spawn?
No,
Oh.
Spider-Man.
Is this
The
video
announcing
game?
of Jamie Foxx
Oh,
reprising his role
how crazy is this?
as Electro.
I mean,
So,
that's pretty cool.
I'm the minority that liked his
hints at
Electro.
the Spider-Verse.
I didn't like his Electro, but I love Jamie Foxx.
Me too.
So
See,
give
I
him
was
another
kind of
try.
the same way. I felt the
liked
same way.
his portrayal of it. I liked his Electro, and so they're saying the fact that he is going to show up with what's his name, Tom Holland, because at the end of the last movie we see him and he disappears, and that he's going to show up in another reality, and that's going
In a
to
different
connect
Spider-Verse.
the Spider-Verses with Toby and Tom Holland. And I
And what's
forget
his
his name
face?
right now, but he's my favorite Spider-Man.
McDonald
Andrew Garfield?
something.
Andrew Garfield.
McDonald. I knew it was something.
Old McDonald had a spider.
Hold on,
E-I-E-I-O.
He disappeared?
Yeah.
Didn't he get sucked into the circuitry or something like that? Something like
I
that
thought
happened.
he straight up disappeared at the end.
Of Spider-Man?
Yeah. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
What happens?
He's in the middle of like the city, and they reveal who he is.
No, that's not when he dies.
No, you're thinking of Spider-Man. He's talking about Electro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah,
what?
he's talking about Electro from the Tobey
Okay.
Maguire
So-
days.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that.
Andrew Garfield.
Garfield.
Yeah.
I tried looking it
Yeah, I
up, but
don't
I'm not on
remember
the Wi-Fi. But I'm pretty sure his tweet said, "I
Oh,
will
my
not
bad.
have a blue face in this one."
Well, that's cool.
So,
Honestly, like I love Jamie. I felt the same way, and I think we talked about this during Power. What was Power 1?
Project Power.
Project Power.
Project
we
Runway.
We talked
Power
about his
1.
rendition, whatever it was.
It's a sad movie,
we talked
bro.
about him in that movie, and I really I like him as like the geeky scientist, quiet, and I loved the way that Jamie Foxx played that character, and then Electro. Like it wasn't that I didn't like Jamie Foxx playing it. I'm kind of hoping that we've come not super far since then. It's not like it was 100 years ago, but I hope that it's aesthetically a little bit more pleasing because I didn't really like the way that they made him look.
yeah,
I wasn't convinced if that's really kind of all I.
I did just
was
watch
bothered
it, and
by
he
it.
does just straight up.
Poof. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
he
thinking
just-
about
So-
Spider-Man, bro.
it's weird because okay, so Electro was my favorite Spider-Man toy when I was a kid, so I'm a little
Okay.
partial to Electro.
Okay.
But obviously that costume can't be translated into a movie.
Yeah,
it's a green
difficult.
bodysuit with a
Yeah,
big
it's
lightning
gotta
bolt
be
face. He looks like a
CGI.
luchador.
Yeah.
But to go like a Dr. Manhattan looking route is too far. There's got to be something in the
Yeah,
middle.
yeah.
And if anybody can figure out what that middle is,
It's
it's
Feige.
Marvel
Marvel.
Studios.
Feige, baby.
Yep.
And what is it? When did that movie originally come out? At least
I
several
want to
years
say
ago.
2016,
Which
Was it-
one?
2014.
The
2014.
Amazing?
Okay, so
2014.
like I said, it's not like we've come
God, that's
super
so
far.
recent.
But at the same time, I feel like the Avengers movies and any Marvel cinema since then has been a lot more realistic, and maybe they've mastered some things that I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of the way he.
You're
looks.
also talking about Sony, who has been doing
That's
all
true.
these characters, and
That's
I love you,
true.
Sony. I'm glad that you have Spider-Man. No, I'm not.
gonna
But
say
when Marvel got its hands on your properties, they showed you what you should be doing.
Yeah.
You want to hear something crazy?
Always.
Sony does The Boys.
Yeah.
Sony is the production company behind The Boys. How crazy is that? That you have that Sony Spider-Man universe and you have The Boys, and they are leagues and miles apart.
Leaps and
different
bounds,
different
for sure.
group. Same company, different group.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's just crazy.
Yeah, it
with,
is.
With Seth Rogen writing The Boys,
Yeah.
a big portion of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
insane.
that is pretty nuts.
So, God bless him.
Yeah, he's awesome. He
So-
does a lot more than just go.
I fucking love
Does
Seth
he?
Rogen.
Yeah, he does.
Some of my favorite movies.
So I'm excited. I think they could do a Spider-Man multiverse type jobber.
Yeah, give us
which would be really
Give us
good.
Miles Morales.
live action Spider-Verse. Do it, people.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so dope.
And Swamp Thing coming to the CW.
This
I'm
week?
excited because
I'll
now
finally
I'm
get to
going to
see
watch
it.
Actually, it's already out by the time this episode releases.
Bingo.
Isn't it? It's
Bango.
the weekend of the 6th, 7th, 8th, or 8th, 9th, 10th.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And so then back to what Megan
See it
was
on
saying.
Hulu. Huh?
Deadpool rumor says Marvel wants to make Ryan Reynolds the highest paid MCU star ever.
I mean,
Listen,
That's a big statement.
that's a big
bring it,
paycheck.
but look how popular Deadpool has become.
Okay, so let's put this into perspective. Right now, Robert
Yeah.
Downey Jr. is the largest paid Marvel
Yep.
actor. I believe
Understandably.
$50 million is what he got paid for Endgame.
Let's
That's the
hold on.
highest.
Let's break this down here because I like where you're going with this. But we're talking largest in terms of film contract, largest in terms of
Single-
dollar amount.
That's true.
Because Iron Man or Robert Downey Jr. has been in like 9
Yeah.
movies. So
So
it makes
this is a
sense.
big deal for
Yeah.
Deadpool because you could have Deadpool forever.
Yeah.
Because
'Cause
all
he'll
they
never
got to
die.
do is put somebody else in a
Yeah.
mask and let Ryan Reynolds rock his voice.
That's
Exactly.
True. That's true.
Well, the funny thing is, like, okay, so Robert Downey Jr. is the highest single paid movie actor of all time, making about $50 million for the Avengers movies.
Attaboy.
Good
For
him.
Deadpool 1, the budget for the entire movie was $80 million.
Yep.
For the entire movie. So if
And that's
Ryan
with
Reynolds
Ryan Reynolds
makes,
pushing it.
So,
I think Ryan Reynolds made $5 million for that.
Did
movie.
did anybody read the entire article?
No.
Okay, because I'm wondering if maybe they're talking about like the future of Deadpool.
Yeah.
Because
Of
in
course.
the comic
Of course they are.
universe,
They're not
in the
talking about
comic
one
universe-
movie.
Yeah, of
No,
course.
no.
But in the comic universe, Deadpool touches like literally every property of the Marvel universe.
Because they could
that it
easily
could-
give him like a 12-movie deal.
Right.
And it's no problem because he's in and out of stuff all the time.
Right. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're talking about him futuristically and the route that they want to go with him, because there's all sorts of stuff that they could go about. I know we talked about, I think last week we talked a little bit about the zombie resurrection and all that other stuff that Deadpool's in that we might see on screen one
Yeah.
day.
Has anybody seen the Deadpool cartoon pilot before?
No.
No.
It is awesome. It was like 2017, right around the time the Deadpool
Did
movie
Ryan
was in
Reynolds do
production.
the voice?
Yes. It is.
Okay.
Actually, it was earlier. I think it was 2015 because it was after they filmed that short and they denied it and they said they weren't going to make the movie with Fox, and then they made a cartoon instead. They're like, well, let's do it as a cartoon. It is great. I wish they made that. Maybe they can do something like that with
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds as well.
And it's just his voice. I
So
just
here
feel like
we
there's
go.
so much that could be done.
Yeah.
What you got,
100%.
Jack?
The salary report comes from a scooper Daniel Reichtman. Don't know him, but he's a big fan of the show.
Sounds like a liar.
Who says Feige and Disney are hoping to lock down a massive deal for Reynolds. Not only is this deal said to result in the most money for the actor, but it's also to believe that such a massive contract will include a lot of appearances by the fan favorite talent.
That makes
so
sense.
it's both.
Yeah.
It's both.
He could rival Robert Downey Jr. in the most movie appearances.
Oh, of course.
Easily.
Of course.
And you know what? He
And
doesn't
he's
even need
younger.
to. He doesn't even need to run all those movies. He just needs to
Nope.
be in them.
Nope, just running through, boop, 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 Twitch scene,
Yep. He
in
could.
and out.
He could fourth wall connect all those movies, and I would be a happy.
He could be in
camper.
Ant-Man 3, no big deal. He could
Yep.
be in Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
boop, in and out.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
Spiderman.
They could be
Yeah.
doing that Spider-Man Deadpool team up they were talking about a couple years ago.
Oh my God. I have seen some Spider-Man Deadpool stuff. It's
Mm-hmm.
hilarious. Like, Deadpool's so in love with Spider-Man. He just wants to be his friend. And Spider-Man does not like him because he's a murderer. He's like, no. He's like, can we just hang out, please? Double date. So he does a double date with Spider-Man and invites somebody, and he invites Lady Thor. And he invites her to the date by, like, summoning her on the official Avengers channel.
Oh my god!
She shows up like, what's going on? He's like, hey,
isn't
baby.
Deadpool like in love with her?
No, Deadpool's in love with death.
Oh.
In the
Well,
comics.
What's that one
Yes.
that-
In the
what's
comics.
the Thor comic that he's got the bouquet of flowers for her
That's just a variant
that we
cover.
reenacted
Yeah.
for
yeah.
our wedding pictures?
It's just a variant cover. That's not a storyline, really.
Damn
Yeah, sorry.
It could
sorry
be.
about your luck. Could be.
Jane Foster and
And Ryan.
Ryan Reynolds,
Can you imagine Natalie
Very-
Portman and
very
Deadpool?
beautiful
Oh.
babies right there.
Oh,
I
that'd be
mean-
amazing. So anyway,
Any
Segue.
whoosy.
I think that does finally cover up our news. Is there anything else I missed?
No.
Going around the room? Ladies, gentlemen?
No, I don't know.
All right.
I'll
What?
just take your word for it.
I'm going to very elegantly hand it over to Ryan so he can explain his PickTober. Let's hear it, buddy.
My PickTober is Funko Pops.
Yep.
What?
We are big fans of Funko Pops.
Huge fans.
Here. And
Huge
so
fans.
I'm
before
rubbing one against the microphone right now.
before
Just so
we
you know we
even
have it.
before we even picked up Funko Pops as a idea for the podcast, we had one in the studio, the Mole Man, and that was given to us because the Cyborg knows how rabid fans Megan and I are of Funkos, which we'll get into.
Oh, yeah.
And he brought it in. It was like, I walked past it in the mall and then came back. It's like, I had to have it.
Mole Man has come up on 3 separate episodes.
Separate episodes.
So I'm like, come on.
He's come up more than most major A-list title superheroes.
Mole
Because
Man
we
or
try-
Kang the Conqueror?
Yeah.
It's Mole Man.
Yeah, because we've tried to stay away from big names, I think. You know what I mean? Like, focally. Like, we're not going to talk about, Thor every single episode or, Wolverine. Although we've talked about X-Men our fair share. I'd say right now the king of mentions on this show is Batman.
Yeah, probably.
Probably
Yeah.
Batman, yeah.
100%.
'Cause he's had a
You're
couple-
welcome.
He's
Yeah.
had it, yeah.
It's because the Cyborg. We got to keep the Cyborg happy.
So okay,
nerd.
I got a question. I think I might lose this actually.
This Google button is going to get worn out
I
today,
know.
baby.
I'm gonna try to answer as best as I can because
So,
I feel like I know
Ryan.
a lot about Funkos.
Yes, sir.
If you had to estimate, how many pop figures do you own?
I actually know the answer to this as well.
I would hope you know because I don't.
Technically, I have 31,
Okay.
but I have 2 of the baby Groots
Oh,
that are
double down.
doubled. Yep.
It
And
still
then,
counts.
No, not on
yeah,
our
see,
list. It doesn't.
that's how I
Oh,
did it
really?
when my wife tried to count it. I was like, no. I only
Wow,
got
stringent.
So, if you thought 31 was a big number,
28.
strap
Yeah,
in.
it's not. It's
I
not.
thought I was going to have the least.
How many do you have?
I have about 140.
Wow.
Holy shit.
I
Yeah.
believed you when you said 6.5.
I did not know what to expect.
140?
Because Mark
okay.
keeps his family so private. Because when we leave here, he doesn't even talk to us. He just walks straight to his car like a robot, gets in and drives away. We've tried to ask him to hang out. He doesn't even say anything.
I'm kind of blown away that you have that many.
Well, once you guys come to the new house,
Yeah.
you can
Yes.
check it out. You can stare at my pop figures.
Of course.
I even have a pop figure that's customized to look like me.
That's
That I
awesome.
got as a
That is
gift,
awesome.
which is really cool.
That is very cool.
So it's funny because
Is it half cyborg?
no,
Oh
but my
my
favorite pop
gosh.
figure is a half cyborg, half
Half,
regular Batman. That
yes.
is from Batman the Animated Series.
We
That's
see
a
him
pretty
all the
cool
time.
one.
That is my favorite one. It's not necessarily the hardest one to find.
Doesn't
but
matter.
It's my favorite
That-
one.
It doesn't
So
matter.
yeah, I'll say that doesn't freaking matter.
No.
That's one of the things that I love about Funko is it doesn't matter if yours is Batman the Animated Series. You can find that. And it's there, and you can dig that all you want.
That's a
and
dope
it's
pop.
not about what other people think is popular,
No.
what other people like. It's what you want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So before I asked you how many you have,
Oh God.
No.
So,
See, that
I'm-
was the question that I left them hanging with last week.
Yeah.
They can't just get it this early.
I know I was listening to the
Podcast.
episode
Big
earlier
deal
today.
for
Wait.
later on.
Till the very end, because I've been wanting to know this number for forever.
It's actually
Yeah.
kind of funny because, and I won't say the number, but it's
Because-
actually kind of funny. Go ahead, sorry.
You go to their house, it looks like Funko blew up. in that
Yeah.
motherfucker.
We have a room nearly like 3 rooms at this point, kind of designated to
It's
them, so.
gotten bad because our boys. It started with us collecting them with them. Actually, I take that back. It started with a good friend of mine who lives in Wisconsin, who I dogged about Funko Pops, sending me my very first one, which if we're going to go into that, then we'll get into that. But he sent me my first one. I was like, man, this thing is so cool. And then I started seeing them everywhere.
They're
What was it?
everywhere.
What was your first?
Well, are we
Funko?
going into everybody's first, or is it going to...
Well, I was going to say the reason. Okay, so the reason I was introduced
Yeah.
to you guys, and subsequently Ryan through you guys, is my fiance was friends with you guys for years and years
Hi,
and years.
Jen.
Hi, Jen.
So, all my pops are in my office at home.
Yeah.
So that door was always closed when she came over when we started dating.
You were
So
like,
eventually
I'm
she's
try-
like, well, what does your office look like? And when I went to open the door, I'm like, listen. I don't need any judgments here,
Yeah.
I'm a major dork.
but
Keep
there
it
are
cool.
there's a lot of Funko Pops in here. And I open the door and she goes, that's nothing. You should see Jack and Meagan's house. And I was like, shoot.
wasn't
and then
it
I'm like,
not
well,
long
how many
after-
do they have?
But wasn't it not long after that, or was it just before
Yeah.
that?
That
We'd
was just
actually
before I
first
met you.
Yeah, 'cause we met
at
you at
Comic-Con.
the con,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So you had heard tales of our friendship before we met.
Yeah, so like I had 140. She's like, psh,
That ain't shit.
that ain't nothing.
And so she was telling us, because we were going to meet her there, but because we had kind of blasted out to the world that
We're
we were
going
going
to
to
Tampa
Tampa Comic-Con. Who's going? And she goes, I'm going, and you can meet my boyfriend, Mark. And we were like, ooh, shit.
It's official.
And if I'm not mistaken, we had left Comic-Con to
go
go
to
to our
lunch.
car and
Yeah.
go to lunch so we could drop off some pops that we'd gotten.
Yeah.
Because you had so many
We
bags
had like
full
2
of
full
pop
bags
figures.
Yeah.
of pop figures.
Well, yeah.
My arms are getting tired from carrying around all this vinyl.
We met you right there. We're
In the
like, this
parking
is
lot.
awesome, man. You're like, we're going to this booth. Meet us at the booth. And I was like, I like that guy.
Yeah.
Aw.
No, I did. I said that. Didn't I
We
say
shared
that?
some beers. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
And we met at 7th Inc., which I'm a new
We showed up
new
at
super
7
fan of.
thinking we're handed beers. How do you not enjoy that?
Yeah. it
I'm
was
gonna
awesome.
win these guys over.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So that was I just thought that was a funny story because
One of my-
which I thought I had a lot.
Yeah.
Compared to you guys,
Yeah,
nothing.
I had found one of my absolute favorite pops ever that day.
Which one was that?
So it was the Marcus Phoenix, who had the Golden Lancer and is holding the head of a grub in his hand. And I was like telling Megan, I was like, I'm not gonna get any pops today. We're gonna walk through.
That's what he
and
says
let's see
every
if
day.
there's one that I like, and if I
Well, the
see.
year before we went a little nutso. So
Yeah.
last year we give ourselves an allowance every year to really spend.
True. True story.
Real adults.
And
Yeah.
it just to because we'll get a little wild and crazy if we don't. And so like the year before we ended up getting like a quantity. We got quantity, and last year we got quality. So we got a lot.
We were also not as far into the game as we were
No.
this time around, so we knew to be smart with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, as soon as I saw it, I was like, well, that's the one I'm getting.
Yeah.
She was like, "Are you?" She's like, "What is it?" And then I showed her. She's like, "That's the one you're
and
getting."
I got one of my most expensive ones that I've actually physically purchased.
Yeah,
Is that a
Oh, that
Thor
was one
one?
of my
And it is.
questions
It's
for
not
later.
this one. Sorry.
We'll
sorry.
get to
Yeah,
it.
we'll-
She
we'll
didn't
get
tell
there,
you
we'll
the
get there.
number.
But it is that same. Yeah. But it is
Yeah.
the same day. But it's my my Infinity War Thor. Where he first
With
gets
Stormbreaker?
Stormbreaker, the
Yeah.
one that glows.
I remember
laser,
that.
Yep.
Lights up. Yeah.
and I will link it with the episode. But we actually have an Instagram where we take pictures of the Funkos.
I
out in
didn't
the
even
wild.
know this.
You didn't?
No.
How did you not know
Oh my
that?
gosh!
Send me an invite.
It's pretty amazing. And like for
It's
instance,
outrageous.
we posted one that we took in the park yesterday, and Megan took this picture, and that's how many likes it has on it today.
Oh my god.
posted
Yeah.
it last night.
You know about this, don't you, Ryan?
I think I do. I just don't think I've ever followed
So
it.
we're the
Is that a Deadpool mermaid? What's going on
yes.
here?
So
Oh.
we're the type of collectors that we definitely started out of the box. We started like literally throwing our boxes away, like we didn't
Yeah.
know that we didn't realize it was the Beanie Baby trade.
And we didn't really care either.
And we didn't care exactly, but as time's gone on, we have collections that are all fully in boxes, but we take a lot of them out and like
Yeah.
stage them and take photographs. It's really nerdy.
Enjoy him any way you want.
That's
My-
actually where November was born too.
That is where November, because
Ah.
we did an entire month of November last year, and we're going to do it again this year because there's a whole
Yep.
bunch of new Venom
Yep.
or Venomized pops that have come out in the last calendar year. So
Yeah. So anyway, go ahead. See what you're gonna say. So let's get back to Ryan. He has this list of questions that he
All
wants to
these
know.
questions.
No.
Go for
you're
it, Ryan.
fine. You are fine.
No, I was just trying to say I have mine all in the box, but it's not because I want to preserve them or it's an
It's a
investment or anything like
preference.
that. I made a wall out of them in my office, so
Yeah.
there's a full like 8-foot,
And it's
Right.
uniform. Yeah.
and it's just
Yep.
it's the whole all the boxes just going all the way
Yeah.
up. So that was
she's
my
the
favorite thing about my
craftsman, so
last.
she's built. You know what? I'll go ahead and say with this episode, we will post the picture of our display as well.
Yeah, but a new one, because
Sneak
that's actually
peek.
what I was just going to say a minute ago. is
Yeah.
we probably got a memory this morning on Facebook of when we first hung shelves
Yep.
in our new house.
Yep.
Today, 2 years ago.
Wow.
And I'm like looking at these pictures and I was like, that's cute.
Look how small that is.
Because we probably have
What is
like,
that, like
we
100?
probably have,
Oh.
like double the pops now. So
Yeah.
You ever do the math on how much you spend?
we
$10
have it.
at a
We
time?
have it actually. Not
Yeah.
not how much we spent, but how much
Our
our
collection is
collection's
worth.
Ah.
Yeah.
which is a lot.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan.
A
Let's,
lot for toys.
let's throw it back to you, Ryan. This is your Picktober.
Oh no, you guys are fine. I actually was just gonna ask where it started for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
who-
So well, I said
He said
mine.
Rhino.
Yeah, Rhino got me my first pop, and it was Deadpool in the chimichanga truck.
Ah,
And I got that and was like, man, that's so cool. And then the next one I found was the blue and yellow Deadpool. I was like, man. And I was like, holy crap, there's so many of these. You look on the back and they show all the different, whatever. That's where it started with me was Deadpool. So.
I'm trying to remember my first one ever. I remember the first one that I really, really liked. It was the 1966 Batman in the Batmobile.
Oh,
That old
I've
black and
seen
red
that
pinstripe
one.
Batmobile.
Oh,
Yeah.
Still have it. One of my favorite pieces.
that's a good
Nice.
one.
That was the one where I went, I love all these.
I need all the Batmans.
Yeah.
And then they came out with the Office ones, and I just went nuts.
Nuts.
You did, huh?
Yeah.
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 So
The Office
I think
ones
it
are
was
gorgeous.
Batman, Office, and Ninja Turtles were the three where I'm like, I have to have them all.
Did you see the new Ninja Turtles that are coming out? The retro ones? If you haven't,
Yes.
oh my god, they
Yeah,
look
we're
so
getting
awesome.
them.
I haven't bought a pop figure in probably about a year.
You're gonna buy that
I
whole
cut
line.
myself off. I'm like, I have a good collection going. Like,
That's-
I have enough.
That's the Ninja Turtle
And then I
line
see
that
stuff
we all,
going where I'm like, ooh,
those 80s movies.
They also just
Ugh.
came out with Dumb and Dumber.
I saw that.
Oh,
All right,
God.
go
I
ahead.
hope they do the van.
Where
if
did
they
you
do the
get
van, they
started?
got me.
The first one that I ever got was a Christmas present.
Uh-huh.
I think it was like 2015. So we've been collecting for about 5 years, I think.
Probably.
And it was my Christmas present, and it was the Rocket Raccoon from the first Guardians movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's
She was
a
a
good one.
big
I
fan
was-
of Rocket.
and I still am. But I mean, yeah, of course. But
And
yeah,
you're
I was
going to
a
be
huge
really
Rocket-
happy next week.
and I
I
can't if that's the first one I got, but it was either him or Groot,
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah.
Some Guardians. pops.
Technically, my first, in a roundabout way, Jack started our collection of Funkos
Yeah.
when he bought my wife the Velma Funko.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
From Scooby-Doo.
So his wife was my work wife for a long time at a local establishment. But anyway, I'm not going to get into it too much.
1128
But
Seacrest
so
Drive.
she always used to like fiddle with her glasses, so I'd walk around the office and be like, "My glasses, jinkies!" And then one day, I don't know why,
We were at
she
Emerald
cut her
City, I
hair
think.
really short
Yeah.
I actually
and
told her
red.
to do it. I was like, you should do it. Just
And
cut
I
it.
was like, I looked, I was like, "Are you just handing these to me now, Velma? Jinkies!" And so the first pop I ever got for her was on her birthday. Or something.
think
I don't know.
so.
Maybe
I
it
think
wasn't her
it
birthday,
was.
but I got her the Velma pop on her birthday.
That is
Yeah.
perfect.
And it sat on her desk, and it still sits on her desk to this day, even though she's at a different place.
She
And,
took you with her.
Yeah,
Good.
And then afterwards, I kind of started to get them as well. It's like I happened to walk by a Rocket, like that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I want to say Rocket or like Groot is my first one that I started with.
Yeah, my first couple, I think they were all bought for me for like Christmas and birthday and whatever gifts. But then the ball started rolling, and I'm like, I can't have two Ninja Turtles.
The
Like, that's
ball does
ridiculous.
start
You need all
rolling.
of them.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to sit here with just Mikey and Donatello. Pfft, get
So
the fuck out of here.
Ninja Turtles were the first complete set because they got all four turtles, Bebop, Rocksteady,
Rocksteady.
Foot Soldier, and
Shredder.
Shredder.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, I have all of them.
we don't even
That's
have
all it-
Bebop and Rocksteady.
We
We
don't.
want
Those ones are
I
hard.
don't.
Yeah,
Do you
they're
have
tough to get.
the what's his name? What's the Croc?
Leatherhead.
Leatherhead.
Yes.
You have him too?
Yeah, I gave it to Jen's nephew because I'm like, I had a perfect square built
Oh,
out,
yeah.
and I had like 3 extra, and I'm like, I had to go pick my least
Oh,
favorite.
of course.
Yeah.
So you just give them away. You don't really care about
Well, okay,
the collecting.
he's
It's just the aesthetic of your wall. Like
well,
you can't fuck with that aesthetic.
no. These are fun to me. Like these,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily take them as like an investment or a collection. They're just fun to me, and I enjoy them. So I probably enjoy them on a different level than everybody else here. But I'm trying to get her nephew into them.
Ah, okay.
So I'm like, I gave him a couple. He loves Spider-Man, so I gave him Spider-Man. And
Yeah.
because I had like 4 Spider-Man. So
But even that, but you know what though? That's a big part of it because we have some pops that we've absolutely loved, and the boys will freak out for them. So we'll
Yeah.
say, "Go put that one in your room, man."
yeah.
Because they got shelves in there, and now
they have their
This
own
one's
shelves.
mine.
Yeah.
Like I get to take
Yep.
this one and it's mine.
Yep.
So I'm trying to get him into it. 1, because it's cool. It's something that we can talk about. 2, easy gifts for like
Yep.
Christmas and
Yep.
birthday
Of course,
and
they
everything
really
else.
are.
Boom, we're done.
I mean, my family. I think last
they're getting
the
used
last
to the
couple
fact that we're
years,
giving them to them.
We're giving. I mean, my dad's a huge like Steelers, Penguins, Pittsburgh fan. So like Christmas, he gets Troy Polamalu, or he's gotten
TJ Watt.
TJ Watt, or I've gotten him. Sidney Crosby with
yeah.
the Stanley Cup. Like, there's all sorts of different
cool.
ones. So, like, and I'll get him those, and just like, sorry, but you're getting a pop because you collect Steelers shit already. Like,
There's nothing Steelers he doesn't already have.
that's
but
true.
yeah,
Except for Funko Pops.
We
get 'em.
definitely got into doing it with the kids and having fun with it and collecting, and it's just gone on from there.
Yeah, and
like
it's
going to
grown.
Emerald City or the mall or one of these places and finding cool ones with them is just kind of really fun way for bonding for us. So,
Yeah.
and then it's turned into a pretty badass collection. So,
Yeah.
It's a
Incredible.
fun thing, and I know some people do like to take it serious, but
Yeah.
I enjoy it being a fun thing. That's the level which I like to enjoy it on.
Yeah.
So
Which ours is definitely fun
Same.
too. It's just sometimes we have too much fun.
Well, see, my thing too is I don't like clutter. So,
So,
now that
Ours is
when I
little-
bought
that's
my
why mine are
house,
in boxes. They fit in a perfect space.
yeah.
I have a room wherever it fits on the shelf is there. Like I have 2 collections.
Oh,
that I
and you
wanna-
were coming after me from my wall.
No, but whatever fits on the shelf is what stays. Like I mean, I may grab them if I can finish a collection. Like I'm trying to do all of Naruto,
Yeah.
trying to finish my Overwatch,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just
That's a
collect
tough one. That's a tall order, man.
any what is it, Hulks? So any
Wow.
Hulks that I come across, I grab.
That's awesome.
But
So there's a whole series that I don't have any of. That I know if I buy one,
You're getting
I'm going to
all
buy
of them.
12.
Okay.
And it's the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that they released last year.
Last year, the ones with and without masks.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have all the original Power
We
Rangers
have all the original,
with
yeah.
masks on.
Because I want
The
I want all of them with. No, I do have a Green Ranger. So I have the Green Ranger that somebody gave me, and I'm like, this is a slippery slope because I need all 6 Rangers.
Yes.
I need Lord Zed. I need Rita.
Yep.
I need Goldar.
Yep.
I need a Putty Patroller.
Yep.
Like this. I need Finster. Like nobody needs Finster, but I need Finster.
No, you need Finster. That's how I feel with the Ninja Turtles because we have Splinter, Shredder, Casey Jones, Leatherhead, all the Turtles. We don't have a Foot Soldier, and we don't have Bebop and Rocksteady.
And we don't have what's her
All right.
face.
Wow, I have pop figures that you don't have.
Yes.
That is insane to me.
Yeah.
so is it because you can't find them or how expensive
Can't-
they are?
Expensive
A little bit of
now.
both. A little bit of
Because
both.
They are hard to find.
they're
I
hard
got
to
them
find.
when they first came out.
Yeah.
That's the only way to get a lot of pops. Like a lot of the ones that I want on like the Disney line or even like I collect the ad icons. And we started collecting right when the Tony the Tiger and Toucan Sam for the cereals came out. And I am very like when I like to collect the ones, especially, I mean, all of the, I've gotten a little crazy, but I especially like the ones that have that nostalgia feel, which is those cereals that you ate as a kid. And so like when Honeybee came out, I was like losing my shit for him because I wanted him. But
That's
I
true. She
can't-
was.
I'm not going after a $400 Tony the Tiger.
Hell
you know
no.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
We do
So,
have limits.
That was
Yeah.
my next question was, what's the most you've ever paid for a pop and the most you're willing to pay for a pop?
oh.
Oh.
we have bought,
That depends on my money situation, how
Yes.
much I'm willing to pay for a pop.
but twice we have paid. And usually, like, the way I do it, especially for pops that, like, he wants that are a little bit more pricey, or even the boys that, you know, they want that are a little bit more pricey, those generally fall to Christmas list because
Yeah.
it's a big deal. It's not just
Yeah.
a $12 pop. You know what I mean? Like, last year I spent $100 on a pop for him, and the most expensive I've paid was the $100.
And it's one of my favorites, too. It's
Was-
like one of those that I was like, oh, my God, I'll never get this.
But it's a limited edition
and
one.
it took a very long time for it to become available. And when it did, I was like,
I found it. I think I ended up
Yeah.
spending like $95 on it, and I got it on that Mercari site or whatever.
Yep.
Somebody was selling it in mint condition, and it's
Those
the
sons of bitches on Mercari.
it's the
Kate Diaz.
diamond version. There's
She's
only like
a-
2,500
yeah.
of them made,
Wow.
but because it's gears and it's, I mean,
Yeah.
2,500 for most pops is like they're hundreds of dollars worth. But it's gears. It's just not. I don't know if it's quite as big as some of the other things.
I don't
that-
really care. It's one that I collect,
it's-
so
it's
the cheaper it
$100
is, the
what you
better for
want,
me.
yeah.
It's in our top 5, isn't it? Most
Yeah,
expensive.
she's in our top 5.
But then the other one was that Thor that I got. I spent $100
Speaking of
on
which,
him at the
yes,
con.
we use the Funko app. It
Yes, we
does
do.
track how many we have, the trending value of what we have.
That number's not right, so don't give that number.
I won't.
Okay,
I
I
know
have the
you
number.
have it. Yeah.
So you use the Funko app. I use the Call Jack app. I'll be walking through the mall or doing something.
Hey,
I'm
worse.
like,
is
hey,
this
Jack,
a good
is this still
idea?
gonna grab?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. He will. He'll
Yeah,
send me
snack.
3 pictures and go, which one of these is good? That one.
Yeah,
So
And-
I've never paid more than retail for a pop.
Yeah.
good for you.
Oh.
I like the hunt. So
Yeah.
if I want them, I'll try and find them in the store. If I can't, I don't want to do the third party thing. There
Don't
there
blame
hasn't
you.
been one that I've had to have.
Yeah.
Like so I was talking about the Power Ranger ones. Those are the 25th anniversary edition.
Mm-hmm.
They had the chrome for all the silver parts. Those are the ones I wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wanted those. Those are pretty easy to find still, though. So I don't think I'm going
At
to
a
have to
decent
go.
price.
I don't
Yeah,
think
they're
so either.
still 10,
I'm trying to
15
think of
bucks.
some of the other ones that we've kind of gone out of our way to spend. I know that I got you the dude from the Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
I got that one.
That
I
was
love
like
that
a
one.
$40. I think I spent $40 on him because
Yeah.
he's vaulted because they eventually vault, and I think he's like
Yeah.
a 2016 pop.
So they
he was.
do that with every single one of them.
Yeah, they only
yeah.
make a certain amount, which of course the bigger it gets, the more that they're making.
They'll do
but-
re-releases.
Yeah.
But for like, there's the New York Comic Con that's coming up as of now. When everybody's listening, it's already happened. It happened last week, but it's happening this week. And I mean,
What's the big exclusive?
there's
for
a
New York
lot,
Comic-Con?
but
We were
for
actually
us-
going to go over that, the releases
Yeah,
for New
we
York
will.
Comic Con that were on here.
Oh wait,
We're-
it's not just one. It's like 30
There's
of
like
them.
Yeah.
that's
30
right.
of
I saw
them,
that list.
But there's 5 on our list. But so if you are if you use the Funko app and you're a Funko newsletter subscriber on the actual Funko website,
Mm-hmm.
they drew for the lottery this year because usually they do the lottery for
Yeah.
cons for you to get into the Funko lines.
So is it like an online lottery this year?
Because they did San Diego Comic-Con, they didn't do a lottery, they just dropped them, and their site crashed, and it ended up being a fucking disaster.
boy.
And it's not the first time that the Funko site has crashed, because they do exclusives every week from just the Funko shop, and usually they're not like 1,000. There's usually like 25,000 or more of them, so it's not impossible to get them, but usually they sell out within, depending on how popular, within 2 to 10 minutes every time, and they're gone. There's the only way to get them is third party, because they're shop exclusives. For the con, it's the same way. They only make a limited amount of them, and for every con that there is, they do a shared retailer. So usually I have to go out
Like
and,
an FYE or an Amazon?
right,
or
Amazon, Walmart, Target, GameStop.
I don't think there is FYE anymore. They used to do FYE
They
exclusives.
do FYE exclusives.
Really?
I think there is one.
Online only, no physical
Online
stores.
only. They don't have physical
Oh,
stores.
gotcha.
But there's a box lunch. Like, it's all of them. They each
Yeah.
get 1 or 2. Walgreens is another one. Some of them are easier to
It's
get
always
than
funnier
others.
that I see Walgreens exclusive for some good ones too, like Taskmaster.
We
Yep.
went in
And,
there the other day, and they had a ton
ton
of really
this-
good ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were very happy to see that, because usually you don't. But I think because of the pandemic, less people are out hunting for them. Maybe, I don't
Yeah.
know. But I've gotten lucky the last couple times. I got Beta Ray Bill and Symbiote Scream in
Oh.
store, which is the first time I've ever gotten an exclusive we wanted in store.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
That's a good feeling.
the way that it works for the lottery for the New York Comic Con, since San Diego failed so poorly, is that they took all those newsletter subscribers and they picked lottery winners so that you have initial access to get in. They only picked 11,000 people, and they split it between 2 time slots. So we subscribe and we got in, and I'm fucking stoked.
You were screaming at like
because
midnight.
I was so happy because the Venomized Magneto,
So how many do you get to buy? Because
one of each.
One of each.
Oh, you can buy
We
one
do
of
have-
each?
One
There's
of
like
each
30.
pop. But you can only get
yeah,
one
but
of
you
each.
can, if you wanted, buy one of each.
But that's crazy that I'm surprised they didn't say, well, you can have 5.
Yeah.
Any 5 you
One of
want.
each.
well, so
Oh, no, you
now,
can get
I mean,
as
we have
many
2
as-
logins, Ryan.
So that was
we do
the
have
next
2 to
thing.
get in.
We,
so
Oh,
we
boy.
somehow both got picked.
I
on
might,
2
I
different-
might
on
peruse.
both of our
Are you getting one of
emails.
everything?
I just want the Venomized
no,
store.
that's way too expensive.
that there?
That's not a
I
con
might
one.
peruse the list and see if there's
peruse.
anything I want.
No.
Take a look.
Yeah. I'll resend you the link. But the
I'll
but
go
we
find it right now.
There's a 10 o'clock slot and a 12 o'clock slot, and they're equal opportunity for both. So there's 11,000 people picked total, and there's 5,500 for each time slot, and the products are going to be equally
So they can still
split.
easily sell out right away.
They
with the
will sell
lottery
out
system.
right away. There's no way they
Wow.
won't. But because there's only 11,000 people picked, and there's 5,500 for each time slot, so
It's 11,000 rather than 100,000
right,
trying to get
and
in.
you can only get one pop. So luckily, with us having a 10 and a 12 o'clock slot, if for some reason I miss something we want in the 10 o'clock, I
You have a
can
priority
shoot for
list.
it. Right. So I'm just going to go for all the ones we want, obviously, immediately, which is Red Goblin, which is a venomized
Ooh.
Green Goblin.
Yeah.
The venomized Magneto, of course,
That
an
one's
ad
beautiful.
icon, the Dum Dum Drum, because he's an ad icon with the lollipops, and Recyclops
Yep, from The Office.
from The Office. This is the third
Recyclops?
one.
Oh my
they've
God.
They've done Recyclops 3 times this year.
Yeah.
for
I've never
all 3
seen one of
cons.
those.
Yeah, we have the
That's cool.
first 2, and the last one is the zombie Daredevil. Those are the 5 that we
Oh.
want.
Zombie Daredevil, yep. That's the one.
So we will hopefully have 5 more to add to our list by the end of this week. On the way, at least.
So are you going to reveal this number, or do we just have to wait to the end of the episode? What's gonna
No,
happen?
we're going to wait till the end of the episode.
I mean,
That's
we're going
the
to
sting
build
on
it
the
up
way
so
out?
much people are going to think we have like tens of thousands of Funko Pops.
Really, it's yeah. People are going to be like, wow, those people have a problem.
It's
Yeah.
7, actually.
Yeah. We have 141.
Ah,
No, I'm
man.
kidding. But dang, you had some more questions, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you said that the Marcus was your favorite. So
Well, no, this one right here that I have today is
Oh.
my favorite.
so if
I
the
wouldn't have
house
touched
is
it
on
so much.
fire,
You wanna
and
tell
you
us
could
which one that
only
is?
save one
One
pop.
pop.
Okay, I know
what
this answer.
pop would it be?
For me, I know this answer. Go ahead. You had to save one pop if you had to.
I am going. Well,
The roof's caving in, Megan.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
my
I'm
God.
gonna
Oh,
go.
my
I mean,
God.
I only get to literally grab one. What
One
if they're
pop.
right next to each other?
Only one. You can only grab one pop and run out the door.
Oh, gosh.
I'm hoping that his answer is the other one.
Leave the
but I don't
kids,
think
grab
that
the
it
pops.
is.
No, nope. Sorry,
It
burn the whole
isn't.
house down.
I think I know which one yours is, but I would probably have to say either.
No, one.
One.
Okay, the she-Thor that was on our wedding cake.
Okay, I'm taking the anti-venom.
You asshole! That's our most expensive one.
And you?
Well, I'm taking that one because there's a
I
story
wanted
behind
you
it,
to
but go
say
ahead.
"Dressed to Kill Deadpool"
I
because
know
that's the
you
one,
did.
the other one that
I
was on
know
our
you did.
cake.
I know you did.
You're
Calm
breaking up
down.
families here.
I am.
Hey,
Well, if you're gonna be selfish,
It would. Okay, so my favorite one is I have the Riddler version of Batman,
oh,
Oh,
and that's a cool one, and I
that's
love
a
that
really
one.
cool one.
so that's the one you'd grab?
Yeah,
That's a
it's
good
probably only worth $10, but I love that one.
it doesn't
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I haven't even bought the one that I would go back in the house
well,
for.
but
Oh.
so of the ones in your house, which one are you going back for?
Ooh. Just because I feel like it's my coolest one. I really like the Killmonger with the mask.
Yeah. That's one you text me about,
Yep,
and I was
that
like, get it,
definitely is.
dude.
That's a cool one.
That's a really cool
Yeah.
one. But so the reason I say anti-venom is because that's my personally favorite collection that we've gotten so far as the Venomized.
And that's your favorite story.
And that's
isn't
my
it?
favorite story. Yeah. So we all knew that it was coming out at Box Lunch in Clearwater or Tampa or something. Where is it? Bradenton.
Brandon, somewhere.
And so we woke up at the ass crack of dawn, the four of us, and got in the truck. And we're like, let's go out there. Me and the boys will just walk around the parking lot or something. She was going into the mall, and there were some people in line out in front of the store already. She gets in line, and this rep, as soon as she got in line, this rep walked out and was like, starts counting people and goes, all right, you're the last one.
And point right at
Oh,
it, right at me.
To Megan.
God.
And it was like, oh,
And
shit.
as of right now, he's our most expensive Funko Pop.
Yeah, he's
is our
rated at
anti-venom.
$180.
Have you guys ever done those Funko crates, like the Marvel
The
crate?
boxes?
Yes.
Yes.
We
Which
do
one
those by
we
month,
just
or the
did
Amazon
zombies,
ones. He's
Marvel
wearing,
zombies.
He's wearing the
This is
Oh.
the shirt that
yeah.
comes in it. Yeah.
I did the DC one. I started at the first month
Yeah.
and went all the way through till they just stopped sending them and stopped charging me.
yeah.
They just stopped doing it.
That's awesome.
But those are some
They
good
had
boxes,
some great,
man.
yeah,
Great stuff
And the Marvel
coming
ones are
those.
still going, and they're still good. I
The
mean,
Marvel Zombies one just came with this shirt, which was awesome. Which
a
and
lovely
one of my
shirt.
favorite,
It's a lovely shirt.
it
yeah,
is.
it has Venomized, or it's got a zombie Magneto, Wolverine, and
And
Gambit on the front, which is pretty colorful and amazing. It also came with a Magneto sticker, some pin that was in there, but two pops.
Gambit, yeah.
One was a badass
Zombie.
venomized zombie Red Skull
Oh.
with a hole right in the middle of his chest.
He literally has a the
Wow.
pop has a hole.
He
right
looks
in his
amazing.
chest.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's
And the other
cool.
one is a Deadpool, a not zombified Deadpool, carrying the severed head of a
Which
zombified Deadpool.
the pop is actually called. The pop is actually called Deadpool holding Headpool.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
the proper name is Headpool.
Yeah. So that was a pretty badass box.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, we enjoy our collection very much. We have some beautiful shelving in our family room that displays them,
Yeah.
along with some posters and stuff like that.
So how do you guys just pick them? Like you just decide, hey, I like that one. It looks dope.
So
Let's
that used to
grab
be
it.
how we
Kind
did
of
it.
depends.
Used
yeah.
to be how we did it. Now there's only two requirements for if it's we're going to pick it up. If it's an ad icon or if it's venomized.
But even some of the ad icons aren't. I would
So
say
what's an
Thor
ad
is
icon?
probably more.
I don't know what that is.
So an ad icon is like the like Toucan Sam represents Fruit Loops.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So like a
And
mascot
so,
kind
like
of
the
thing.
Noid
So if you'll take a look at this
represents
box right here, I
Domino's.
actually have the Hellboy Anungun Rama box here with me in the studio. And if you see right here at the top right or left corner, it says pop and underneath comics.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells you what line it's in, and hers say add icon. Like this Thor she's got here too
Yeah.
is the same thing, only
says
it says Marvel. So
Gotcha.
that's how you
Okay.
can
But I
decide
would
if they're
say,
the
like,
same line.
I thought it was short for
icons-
something else. Like,
Ad icons for me are not as important as Thor's. That's the truth.
well, didn't Funko start as an ad icon company?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the first thing they ever did?
Yep.
Like was it Big Boy?
It was
yes,
was it Big Boy?
Yep.
I think it was a Big Boy bobblehead was the first product they ever made.
Yeah, and they sold them like hotcakes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just started getting all these IPs, intellectual properties, and being able to create more and more and more. And last week when we were walking out of the studio, I remember the Cyborg saying that he watched Wayne's World over and over and over and over again. And at home, I was like, "We're doing Funko next week," and I knew I had.
There they are.
I knew I had regular Wayne and Garth, and I had Chicago Blackhawks Wayne and Garth as well. And I told Megan, I was like,
The boys.
Bring Wayne and Garth in the Blackhawks gear. And for my boy, John McClane, we brought the shirtless,
John McClane.
bloody feet John McClane. Adam on Xbox, his gamer tag is John McClane. So that's why we brought it, yeah.
John McClane
And I
V2.
brought in my favorite, Anungun Rama, which is Hellboy when he's fully realized as his demon prince self with his flaming crown. It actually looks amazing. Maybe I'll take it out for you to see afterwards. Probably not, though. And then Megan's
Mine
favorite.
is the-
Hers
Yeah.
is in a
Thor.
like a safety box. Like
Yeah.
That's called a pop
Safety deposit
protector.
box.
That's because he's in our top 5, so he's like 185-ish,
Yeah.
I think.
Don't ding those corners.
175-ish. So,
Don't
yeah.
you dare.
And because he's an older one, because, I mean, the sticker on the bottom, it literally, this one looks like it was picked up from Hot Topic by the looks of the sticker, $12.50. But this is a...
Did you pay a little bit more than that, or?
I got it for Christmas. This was one of my expensive ones for Christmas. He got me this one
And
and
I
the
knew the
Loki
guy that
goes with
ran
it.
the store, and he gave me an excellent deal on
On
it.
the two
so.
of them, yeah. So this is the
Sweet.
Thor from the Dark World with his full helmet and his full gear. So he's, I thought the years were on the bottom of him. I want to say he's like a 15, a 14, 15, but it definitely was a
There's a
Hot
copyright
Topic
on the
sticker.
back.
Okay, that's on the back.
Yeah.
Nope, it's not there.
And
either.
funny about
Oh.
those plastic protectors, I actually texted
The
Jack a
heart
few
faces.
weeks ago. I was like, hey, do your Funkos ever come like this? My wife bought them off the internet, and I was like, I wonder if they're
Sometimes.
generic or bootleg. I'm like, oh, did I get some bullshit?
No. I was like,
Target-
that's legit, man. You're good.
Target actually releases some of their exclusive pops like this, and they're like they've done some Batmans, they've done some like Mandalorian pops and stuff, and they'll be instead of like $9 because Target's even exclusive ones are $8.99.
Mm-hmm.
But if they come in that heart protector, they're like $17.99 because these are, I mean, they're not cheap, but
Yeah.
it gives them that immediate protection so you walk out the store with it. So
Yeah.
Did you guys ever
cool.
get into like their offshoot stuff, like their vinyl idols or any of that stuff?
No.
I don't know anybody who really did.
Yeah. I'm
Who's
not
buying
that guy.
Dorbs? I want to know who's buying
No.
Dorbs.
no,
Not us.
I mean, I've thought about it for like a couple of specific characters just for like desk ornaments. But
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, our desk ornaments are
Yeah, I
Funkos,
guess
too.
so. I guess I have got one of them. Is it my little Magneto
I don't think
guy?
we have a Dorbs.
Yeah, it's not
no,
a Dorbs.
no.
It's the little mini
we have
Funkos.
we have some Funko, the ones that come in
The
the little boxes.
not Easter egg, but like the blind box.
Yeah,
Yep.
like the blind boxes. We
I've
have
got
we
a
have few of
Venomized
those.
Deadpool.
I've got most of the Thors too,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and
Pretty cool.
Lokis.
I have a
That's what I
Stanley.
wanted.
Yeah.
Stanley. Plenty of him.
I was trying to think. I had another question. I can't remember what it was. Back to you, Ryan.
Ryan, what you got, man?
I think I've actually run through most of my
Wow.
questions.
So, in your collection, Ryan, do you have a complete set of anything, or like a pair of something?
No.
Is there
No.
anything you think you want to like finish out? Like, is it Dragon Ball Z or
definitely.
Naruto or?
Naruto? I'm definitely finishing.
Sorry.
That's why I was asking you guys the most you've ever paid for a pop. I've been trying to catch them because I swear these things are like the stock market, man.
They
I mean, one
fluctuate.
minute
They are.
It's like
Big time.
$35 the next day. It's $60.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to go look at Black Panther after Chadwick Boseman died. $200. Like
Oh,
man,
those are
fuck
probably
outta here,
through
you
the
bunch
roof.
of
That
They are.
makes me
They
so
are.
angry.
You fucking scumbags. But
Yep, that's the way that flippers work.
So-
Luckily, we are not those people.
No.
I
Yeah.
will say.
Our second logins for hookups only.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh, I
actually,
didn't
I'm
look at the
not.
list.
I don't think I'm too far off from finishing the Naruto. I just want to. There's a Kakashi Hatake alternate,
I don't know who they are, but I will
Yeah.
help you till my dying
and
breath.
then
There's one coming out.
I've
Okay,
got
fine.
Jiraiya on the way that hasn't apparently released yet. but my wife has bought him, and I'm just waiting. He was supposed to
She
be
pre-ordered
here in
it.
October.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
The Pervy
they're
Sage
delayed.
hasn't arrived yet, but he will. I've got Rock Lee. I think I only need like a couple more left that I've seen so far, like that you see commonly. I got to try to figure out if that's the whole line of them, but I want to do that one. And then I was going to do the Overwatch.
That's a
Still
tough
gonna
pill
try.
to swallow.
It's a lot.
Bro,
We've got quite a bit of the
I didn't
Overwatch
know
group.
they made a black carbon diva. Oh man, I'm sitting there like, do I want to pay $60 for this? I kind of do.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Wife, take my phone. Don't let me do it.
Definitely look
As
at that list,
far
though,
as-
that's coming out this week. Sorry, because if we are capable of getting our hands on them in the lottery, they have different stickers than the shared retailer stickers. So
Very,
the shared we don't have any actual booth sticker pops.
And in the Funko world, that's a big deal.
And so, like, not that it matters for those of us in the room who are collectors and don't really care about value, but it definitely makes them more expensive when it's a booth-only pop, because technically you would have only been able to get that at the con.
Some people will
because
pop
it's virtual.
crazy price tags on stuff because it has the
Just
sticker
because
on
it has the booth sticker. So the shared retailer stickers are different. So you can tell the difference between it. Same fucking pop, same fucking box.
So we need to start
different
bootlegging
sticker.
stickers then.
That's right.
Right.
Yep.
We need a
I'm on it.
I'll say collections that I'm trying to finish. Right now, we're pretty caught up with the Venomized. We're not missing any of the Venomized, which is holy shit. I don't know how we've done that, but we have.
No, not yet.
But the one, there's one, and it's Star Trek Next Generation. It's one of my absolute favorite lines. You can ask this one. And the only one I don't have, I have Deanna Troi. I have Riker.
Nice.
I have Picard.
Oh, yeah.
I have Geordi. I have Data.
Worf.
I have Worf.
Gotta have Worf.
I have a generic Klingon. The only one I'm missing is the Borg.
Oh,
There's an
that's a cool one,
there's an
too.
assimilated Jean-Luc Picard Borg one, and I'm like, all right, I've got to
We
do
need
it.
you.
He sounds pricey.
He's last time we saw him, he and
It's
the
like
Klingon were sitting right
$35.
next to each other, and one of them was I think like $15, and the other one was $30. I was like, I'll take the Klingon, please.
Huh.
Yeah. How about you? You're pretty caught up yourself.
I'm pretty caught up, yeah. There are a couple Thors out there in the world that I would want, but
Yeah.
they're
Are
the
you missing one or
originals-
two?
Yeah, but they're in the $300.
You'll
plus
see it in the
range.
pictures that we post with this episode,
Now,
how many Thors she has.
Have you
Yeah.
ever talked to anyone that has actually paid that much for a pop?
No.
No.
But somebody does.
Because, see, that's my thing. Is like, you
So-
can put it up there all day.
It
but
happens
how many
at
people are
Comic-Con.
actually doing
Yeah.
it?
It happens at Comic-Con. People know they'll go through there. They'll find the super rare that they won't find again. It's right in front of them.
I
They'll
sure
have a
shit do
stupid
not
price
know.
tag on them.
Yeah.
I'll walk up to all these folks that have like $150. I'll be like, hey, if you knock that down to 30, I got you.
Just to see the look
And
on
they're
their
just
face.
like,
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
No.
That one? No, that one's signed by my mom or whatever the fuck.
When do the
she's
boys
super
ones
dead.
come out?
I don't know.
They should be soon because I pre-ordered
At least Butcher.
Butcher.
I may
At
have to grab a
least
couple of
Billy
those.
Bloody
Butcher.
Butcher was a Walmart exclusive that I pre-ordered when it dropped.
Yeah.
I may have to grab a Butcher Homelander.
Yeah, the
We
Homelander,
grabbed
the
a
Walmart
couple.
Homelanders
Building on
are
the wall.
dope.
That's the red eye one, right?
Yep.
We grabbed a couple. We grabbed Butcher, and I want to say another one of the boys. If there was a Frenchie, we grabbed a
Yeah,
Frenchie.
yeah. We would have grabbed a Frenchie. But I don't
Oh,
know if they're
Frenchie.
I love Frenchie.
But we've
But
got
yeah.
a lot kind of in the wind that are pre-ordered. So I mean,
So it's just kind of randomly when they
they
show up at the house.
I randomly see like
Yeah.
Entertainment
What's this
Earth,
box, honey? Just open it.
Entertainment Earth, Amazon, Chalice, Pop in a Box, like all these random bank charges, and I'm like, oh, they've shipped them, yay!
Oh, that was
Yeah.
actually one of my other questions. Is how many do you have out there waiting
that
to
haven't
Waiting?
shown up yet?
Oh.
That's a tall order.
I would say it's anywhere from 10 to 225. I don't know.
And you
I
got-
don't know.
See,
Well,
like,
because
Because
here's
we
the
have
thing.
some duplicates, because we
She'll-
have the Venomized Thor, thank the Lord, and we have 2 of him coming, because I need one for my collection, we need one for the Venomized collection, because we're super weird. That's why I don't
Oh
duplicate
my
those.
god!
So in my number, it's nothing that we have duplicated is duplicated. So technically, you could probably add a good 20 to our list, because the boys
Because
have
they're
some.
categorized differently within the household.
I just don't duplicate them in our total number, because if they're the same pop, I don't count them as 2. I
Yeah.
count them as 1
say
because
one,
yeah.
just multiple.
Right.
Like Scarlet Witch, that could be a mutant, that can be an Avenger.
Oh no, I don't have those broken down.
yeah, that'd be crazy.
But I would say there's probably a good 15 to be safe.
And how far out? Like how long ago did you order?
Anywhere from 2 months ago to
We just got. Who did we just recently get in the mail?
Mr. Sinister.
I ordered him in March.
Wow.
We just got him like a month ago.
Jeez.
My furthest out pre-ordered.
But they don't bill you until they ship
Ship
them.
'em. Yeah, I
Some of
know.
them. Chalice bills you right away. That's where the Thor Venom is. I sent you the link for it.
I-
They'll bill you right away, I believe. They might hold it and then pull it and then bill it later. I don't remember. But most of them
think
bill
that's
when
how
they
it
ship
happens
it.
normally.
Yeah. But our furthest out for pre-order that's scheduled to be delivered is February. And that's the Dundee office.
Oh, I
Pop.
saw that.
That's on Amazon.
A
I pre-ordered
Dundee
that
Pop.
bitch
I was
for
like,
sure.
oh man.
But yeah, it's supposed to deliver in February.
I hope it says bushiest beaver.
No, it's blank. You can write on it.
I know. It's
Oh.
being funny.
Get out the Sharpie.
Bushiest beaver. But
Yeah.
This is.
I don't know how you
Bushy's
do it.
beaver.
I'm sitting here just waiting, like, come on, Pervy Sage. Hurry
yeah,
up.
Yeah.
it's tough.
So, are we going to answer the question finally? Are we,
Yeah.
Do we got some
should I
music
cue
for
up the
this?
music?
That could be our. That
Should
could be
I
our
cue up
out.
the music?
Exit.
Do you want to do it like this, or do you have questions after
Oh,
we
no,
answer it?
We're good here. Think
Oh,
we're
there
all
it is!
Cold popped.
So, that was our Picktober. Next week is the Cyborg, and we're not going to say what his is. We're going to make you look at the icon for the episode.
It's a good one.
That's
though.
how you'll find out what
If
it
you're
is.
listening to the show, you've probably seen it, heard about it,
Guessed
read about
it.
it.
As long as it's not Batman, we're good.
It's
God.
Robin Day.
Hey! All right.
Talking Red Hood, Rob?
Go ahead and ask your question, Ryan.
How many Funko Pops do you guys have in total?
Not duplicated and not waiting. What we currently have
You
right
can roll
now.
those in if you want.
Because I don't really know. But
Okay.
what we currently have right now
In your possession.
in our possession is 892.
Jesus
baby Jesus.
Christ.
I almost stopped the episode right before she said it.
No, it's going to be a Publix ad right before that happens.
Thank you all so much for listening to the Alter Ego podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jack Austin, with Mark
Hello. Goodbye.
and Miss Megan and the fabulous Funko-tastic Ryan.
What's going on?
All right. Okay, here we go. It's going to break it down for me. Where can you find Alter Ego Podcast? Alter Ego Podcast 2@gmail.com. We're on Twitter @podcast_ego. Facebook, Alter Ego Podcast. Instagram, Alter Ego Pod. YouTube.com/Alter Ego Podcast. We'll see you motherfuckers next week.
When are they making an Alter Ego Funko Pop?
Right?
Let's make that happen.
Oh, this
It's
song
gonna
is
happen.
so awesome.
So 800?
92.
You're almost at 9. Just call it 9.
Almost 9. We will be at 900 by the start of next week.
Okay.